God damn it, OBS. How does that even happen? Well, that's very annoying. Let's see if I can just share the link again to the people who want it. I just fix it on other servers. And let's see if we can actually keep the stream running this time. That would be grand, wouldn't it? That's the second time that happened. I don't know why. Just so we can follow the process of that and those camos a bit better. Oh well. Let's see if we can actually keep it running for more than 7 minutes this time around. If anybody's actually still watching. Yeah. Now the annoying part is that, of course, it's bits I did with the submarine aren't going to be a part of this stream, are they? I'll have to keep the other one up. Annoying me. Oh well. I'll just jump back in the queue and see if everything goes well. If it doesn't, I'll have to stop for tonight. And figure out why OBS is just not liking scheduled streams anymore. But okay, let's play some more boats. You know, PT-15 might be fun on this map, actually. We're fully down-tiered, that's good. Gonna be checking all the stuff, so if sound cuts out, you'll know why. You have an enemy destroyer? Ooh, no, we have an enemy frigate, a Hoquiam. How many of those? Well, actually, I'm very tempted to launch one preemptive torpedo at him. Like right there. Still too far out for artillery. No. Some American PT boats. Which I certainly regretted that action. There are two? Oh, there's an Akebono and a Hoquiam. Okay, that's good. Akebono is actually pretty scary. I've been playing the... Airstar is not that annoying if you play Sim with high tier. I've been using my intruder a bit in Sim. I got 18,000 score towards in one match. So I'm gonna try and do that as well after the stream. Finish at Airstar. I don't really care for the tornado, I just want to get that French float plane. Is it in range of the RT? It isn't. Okay, now we're gonna lay an ambush. I am, but my OBS isn't, that's for sure. What I'm going to try and do for tomorrow, because the next bar is tomorrow, is to just not schedule it, which is not something I want to do, because scheduling means that people know something's actually happening. Yeah. I'll have to see what I can do. I got a sneak suspicion that Hoplian doesn't actually know I'm here. Also, he is now well within arch range, isn't he? Yeah, like that. Beat away anyways. Okay, Bono. So Hoplian now clearly knows I'm here. BD-15. Ah, really? That's too shallow? God damn it. Time to just back up. Time to just back up. Now that should be alright for the Akebono. Turning in. Is he? No, he isn't. Why is Akebono turning in? There's a torpedo heading right for Akebono. There we go. Torpedo there. I still have one left. Akebono, I still have one left. And he's clearly not going to touch that one either. They did hit the same spot, which is not helping. Although he is flooding severely. And dead. Let's see if the flooding will actually claim that Akebono. I don't think it will. Yes, we are back. I'm sorry about that. I need to figure out what's actually causing OBS to just stop uploading any footage, any data. Like, that's what's happening, right? It's not my YouTube page doing anything weird. It's my OBS literally just stop sending any packages to YouTube. Like, just no kilobytes a second. Which is incredibly annoying, to be honest with you. Oh well. As long as I only have to restart it once, we're fine. Yeah. It happened last time I streamed as well. So I'm quite I might have to try like test with some private like just unlisted streams and see if I can do anything with that. Okay, see if I can fix it by tomorrow or not. It should be fine now. Because last time I only had to restart it once and it was fine for like the other 4 hours. Hope I only have to restart it now as well. Once again. So, should be fine. How much time went past? 7 minutes? And we've already lost 1 premium, 2 premium, 3 premiums. And these people have already died thrice in the time I died once. Okay. Firing this up. Now what I'm going to do is actually try and cripple this Akabono. Like make it so he cannot move. I'm going to start launching torpedoes. Although I highly doubt any of those will hit. Yes, hello material. Yeah. I just also basically was done with a family party just like 2 hours ago. If you repair his engines, let's actually try and hit him. Come on, 6%. I'm on collision course of an island. Please, stop overshooting. Please. Stop overshooting. I need you. There we go. And there, Hoquium. But weren't we holding all 3 of the caps at one point, just like a few minutes ago? Ugh, oh boy. Yeah, we had 3 premium guys that just 1 death quit because they were fully upturned as well. We have a bunch of bots but so today, and yeah, we also had 2 guys who just died 3 times in like 3 minutes. Does this Hoquium eat a torpedo or 2? I don't think he will. Torpedo's a bit too far behind. Yeah, no, I'm hitting him. That was a very quick match. Damn. Oh well, matches like those do happen. Oh, I didn't have to slay yet. Okay then. Nice. I am not going to be playing in squads at the moment, Phoenix, I'm sorry. So I'll just playing around at my own pace. And unlocking some camos along the way, I guess. Nope. Wait, was it the accept invite on the right hand side? God damn it. Oh well. 2-man squad is fine, I guess. If you can repair his vehicles. Yeah. This should be a fun map to play Chicago on. I'll do that. Because you can spawn pretty close to the objectives. You can even just ignore B and just go to C. Which I might do. Depends on how I spawn. If I spawn closer here, I'll do the little snake maneuver. Perfect. We are up tiered, however. So that's not fun. I might actually go around a bit longer instead of going through here. Through the 7 line, I might go through the 8 line, which is a more direct view on C as well and more safe from SKRs over at B. Bit. Go. Wasn't that a guy in Yakabona just last match? I think it was. Ocelot. Wasn't Ocelot the Hawkwium last match as well? I think he was. 280. Phoenix already mopping up the teacup. Oh, come on. That one was my internet doing a funny stuff. Please don't let that happen again. Not when I'm streaming. I will say if the stream goes down a second time, it is staying down. I'll just figure out what I'm going to do for tomorrow then. It should stay up. The funny thing about this Asrock pod, right, is this thing actually had an X-ray thing, a model on the X-ray view when Chicago was on the dev server for when it was introduced, but then later removed, similar to the UP launchers on the hood. So yeah. Also, Tyrael, have you actually played the Submarine user mission yet yourself? Like, given it a shot? Because it is really, really fun. Really good looking. And you can actually hear a few of the voice lines in it as well. A few of these new Submarine voice lines. Those are rockets being fired. That's why they're going so fast and there's so many of them. Yeah, it is. I highly recommend it to try it out. It's really, it's nice. It looks very good. And it's really easy to install as well. Just drag folders in right, drag files in the right folder and that's it. There is also some sort of scenario you can play with the U-291, but I haven't played it myself yet. Like an actual battle where you can sink torpedo some AIs, but I haven't tried it out myself yet. Just been messing around in a test drive with it. Or like a test drive scenario. I need to be very careful because there is an enemy aircraft incoming. And actually, what is the aircraft? F6F. Yeah, no, we're switching to TF. You can. They do generate replays, however, and it's a real shame, any camera other than like player view camera does not go below the water surface. I've tried it myself. It's a real shame. So the screenshots I took and put on your server, for example, were just screenshots I took with the HUD off. But you do get replays, but you cannot use any of the fancy cameras below the water surface. It is such a shame, man. I lost my weapon. Yeah, the air gun does fire underwater, because I guess it's just a limitation of what you can do with just messing around with that code. It's still so much fun. It's such a well-made model. If I manage to get my star today at a reasonable time, I might actually try and do that scenario with the submarine. I will say that the like submerging and the submerging is a bit awkward. Surfacing is alright, that goes very smoothly, but submerging feels a bit awkward. I think it's part of my curse trick. And I will say this, I really believe that this is the case, right? I am garbage with good ships, and decent with garbage ships. I just don't like Spokonia, I never have. Just never was a fan of it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it is just... like, my favorite ships, right? To a certain extent they still are, but not anymore really. Yubari is still really a ship I have fun with. Although the matchmaker can mess with that. Just stuff like that I just like. The Japanese frigates, I love all of them. Chikugo being like my mainstay for these events for like several years now. Yeah, Yubari is like... they really did something to the 140mm SAP rounds, their fuses, and they're bad now. They're like... the fuses on Japanese 140mm SAP is almost instantaneous. It's pretty much just HE. With a little bit more pan than normal HE. Gotta put my 14 on all targets, just in case a boat appears behind me. SKRs, let's put attention.
The victory is near.
Don't really have any targets to shoot at the moment. There should still be plenty of enemies. What do we have there? BT-59, but he's being scared off by a lot of firepower. Ooh, so I bought the intruder. I most certainly shilled to the snail and I bought the intruder. I find it quite fun in sim. I'm still such a long way away from the F-16. And I really want to fly the F-16. It looks like such a fun plane. But for now, I'll stick with my boats, I guess. I do actually want to try and really work on my trees the next coming few months. Because the next update isn't for quite a while. I should have quite some time to really work on my naval factories. Ooh, what just blew up on him? Up there, something dead. Yeah. My archeries in general are kind of underdeveloped for my main nations. Don't even get me started on my ground troops though. They're really just bad. Enemy aircraft up. That's great. Oh, he's closer than I thought he would be. We do still have the 40 mil in the back. And a 10-second reload for the VT. Okay, my 40 mils want to fire again, maybe, please? 40s? Torpedo, but fine. P2's been shot down. Time to load the AP again. Another aircraft up. With BVC-38, I'm not too afraid of that. Click out the window. And there goes my gun. Let's actually extinguish the fire first. Don't detonate. Also a human in a Karl Marx barrier. And now we just shred the engines of our opponents. Okay, shot down the BV-238 with the 40s. Fine with me. Let's let those 76s cool down a bit. Move the car up as well. Our team still exists, but it's a bit precarious. There. Now, Karl Marx, how do you actually sink those things quickly? I don't think they have a vulnerable ammo store, do they? Well, I guess it's the same old shredding engines again. Tried and tested method of killing things you don't know how to kill. Just shred their engines. And the old crew compartment. Kill. Let's go capture B now.
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
操縦しました。
Yeah, a decent bit of score, I guess. Thanks to the naval multipliers.
駆逐艦280 500メートル。
Another zone captured, we have the advantage.
Oh, that was a big bomb landing next to the Hawkwind. Oof, he ate it.
駆逐艦包囲
I think I saw this leopard earlier shooting some torpedoes in my direction, so let's just hightail it out of here. And he's being struck by SKR rockets. Okay, enemy to Konkari. Come on. And there goes my front gun. Lost units from him. Oh, what do we have here? K2. That's... Yeah. SKRs really are this. Oh yeah, they're actually anti-submarine rockets as well, aren't they? This would be fun against the submarines. Although, don't really know how well they would... I'm really curious how anti-submarine warfare would work. When it comes to like locking onto ships, being able to fire rockets at them. Really curious. Some vehicles are broken. Yeah. Although again, I really do wonder how deep depth charges actually go, depending on the timer. Because we can't, by default, like, lower the camera underneath the waves. You don't really know how deep they go. Oh, this map. I really like Arabian Sea for coastals. I haven't seen this one in ages. Well, actually, no, we saw this one last stream. Like, once. But again, I don't like this map in up tier and it's 4-3, so let's just not. Now, can we actually fit through there without beaching ourselves? Gunners on all targets. Because we're planning on getting close. Yeah, I do know that they will actually go deeper depending on the time. They go at depth, but how deep? Because like for the custom mission for U-219, it goes, I think, a maximum depth of 160 before it starts damaging itself. But then what's the size of the blast radius against submarines? I don't know that stuff. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Tackle loads HE.
Thank you very
Ooh, what do we have there? G5.
小型艦320 2000
The G5 slid on it just the right
了
time.
解
He should not be backing up.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Well, I think he actually managed to get behind a rock, didn't he?
駆逐艦前方 4000m
Don't see any hostile torpedoes. Nope, nothing seen. G5 is still behind B somewhere. I think.
駆逐艦前方 4000m
Well, let's just keep going forwards. Nope, nope, there's a G5. Abandoned his post.
取り舵いっぱい
Down.
了解取り舵いっぱい艦放進駆逐艦無限
That's a good hit. Slap, so he just overpanned. And he's dead. SKR melted him.
舵中央了解舵
So we also had a third bug, okay. That Asheville's turret isn't pointing where it should be.
取り舵了解
So it doesn't really matter in naval if you see the turret point in the wrong direction. G5 again.
いっぱい了解面舵いっぱい
Okay.
進行方向にはさせる了解舵中央敵艦破壊駆逐艦無限 3000m
Do we have enough spawn points for a plane?
取り
Not
舵いっ
yet.
ぱい
The Allied forces have captured a zone.
Let's try and get in a plane though.
Our victory is near.
取り舵了解
Ooh, what do we have there? Yes.
駆逐艦無限
G5 once more.
面舵いっぱい了解面舵いっぱい
And he sank.
舵
But I should
中央
move just in case of
舵
torpedo.
中央進行方
Although
向
I
に
don't
はさせ
see
る
any.
駆逐艦前方 4000m
Attack the enemy!
And let's just go towards C.
ターゲット特定駆逐艦包囲60 3000m
Got missiled by a
駆逐艦
Douglas, I assume. Yeah, Douglas is the only one with missiles with that kind of smoke trail. And they're also too low BR to see this.
ターゲットに命中面舵了解
He smokes
面舵
up.
面舵いっぱい了解
Okay, I haven't actually lost my bridge yet, so
舵
fine.
中央了解舵中央 敵に命中
Let's keep the pressure
Let's
on.
see what we can do to this Clemson.
操縦しましたターゲットに命中
If we can shred his engines a bit.
直撃
Clemson up ahead. But I kind of want to charge and torpedo him
了解
because it's fun. Ship was to the left.
敵に命中 敵に命中
This isn't like
駆逐艦
charging for the hell of it, I guess.
6000m
I do need to be aware that I don't get torpedoed by these guys in front of me. So we're not repairing, we're just torpedo charging.
敵に命中注意入りそうだ村長艦の制御が失われている
Start repairs, because the bridge repair is the length of a normal repair anyways.
直撃
This Clemson should almost be sunk.
敵に命中
Almost. I'm having missile support from a Douglas, which is also very nice. Okay, now it's time to torpedo some people.
折り返しいっぱい
One, two, three. And you. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Although I highly doubt I'll hit any of those.
了解面かじ
Attack the enemy.
ターゲットに命中ターゲット特定
Oh, hello, Ayanami.
120
Seems we both. The thing is, he caught me. I'm flat-footed here. Because my torpedo tubes still have to rotate. But he is missing by a country mile. Come on, come on, come on. I don't have the angle. I don't have the angle. Yeah, he's gonna easily touch those. But I can be in a plane. Bomb activation 2, let's do 1.5. Now, who do we want to bomb? I do not want to revenge bomb the Iron Army. Because I don't think it's necessary. I do see I have a Russian... No, it's a Vega, like, pushing very aggressively up there. So I'll see if I can bomb him. Yeah, that's the one thing I hope they change, is the fact you can maybe change the time you set them at. Although at the same time I'm thinking you could just like set it at 8 seconds and it would probably hit most submarines. And bomb away. Or he jays out before I get my bomb off, or he... Was he in fire and just... Okay. Okay. I'll take it anyways. Yeah, but... Yeah. Yeah. The only reason you do mixed drops if it's because you don't know the exact depth of a submarine. I really don't know how they'll do that. I'd also love if they could actually drop depth charges in patterns, or like certain numbers of them. Because now, at the moment, like if you have depth charge launchers, you need to look to the right to launch the right-hand side ones, and look to the left to drop the left-hand side ones. Even though that's not really how they work. Can be evading, sure. But if you've played the custom mission, it's very clunky at changing depth. And again, we don't know how accurate you need to be with the depth charges either to really start flooding and stuff like that. So that's all just a big question mark for when we actually do get submarines. In blue water.
Somebody attack him!
You know, I have been unironically thinking that it put modern ships like that in coastal trees. Like the really modern stuff. Although, yeah, I get the feeling like modern destroyers And frigates would be coastal. They put it in the coastal fleet actually. Because you need to think, what is going to be rank 6 for naval? I think for blue water it's pretty obvious. Rank 6 is going to be battleships, just more battleships. What is going to be rank 6 for coastal at this point? Because rank 5 for coastal is modern ships, clearly. Modern, well, almost modern frigates and trailboats. So what is up for rank 6 for coastal? Maybe like the bigger cruisers like the Kirov and the Ticonderoga would be blue water, but I really don't know. Well, I also just find it awkward that what... I think they'd probably be best in the coastal fleet because of BR progression-wise. Because what BR do you give a Kirov? Like, would you really give it like 10-0 something? If a battleship could sink it? No. The submarines will not be per tech tree. It's not the helicopters of naval. Submarines are not the helicopters of naval, believe me. But I suspect that the missile ships, that kind of stuff, will be more coastal rather than blue water. But the cruisers I don't know about. Like the really big modern ships, I don't know. It's like just too far away to really think about. You've still got a good chunk of battleships to go through. And the hypothetical submarines and aircraft carriers even. Also, is chat not showing up again, or am I just mistaken? When did I start? When I was 13, so 10 years ago. I started playing War Thunder, and that's the only part I really remember. In the summer, where they went from the rank-based grind tree to the like the XP and ranks, no, the XP and levels to RP and ranks and battle ratings. That's what I remember. I started playing shortly before they introduced battle ratings. So I did play War Thunder when it was purely an air game. I've seen the addition of tanks. I've seen the entire evolution of tanks, and I've seen the entire evolution of naval. But I've been playing for quite some time. I almost have a camo for Satsuki. The fun thing as well, actually, I do have some planes with decals from back in 2013, but because the models were updated so many times, they're just nonsensical. I think it's one of my Ju-88s. It's not this one. Which one is it? It's probably J4. Yeah, like here, for example, this, because I believe they must have updated models at some point. Like the decals no longer really were where they were. Like this heart I think was next to the cross reader on it. And of course, die doch nicht should be completely visible, but it isn't. And I kind of just don't want to remove those decals because they're like, I don't know, remnants of a bygone age. Let's play Japan. Yeah, I was just looking around Phoenix. I was actually switching PRs yet. But yeah, I've played War Thunder long enough to have nostalgia about it. good destroyer map. So let's take Mitsuki out. And then Satsuki again.
船の安全を確保。期間最大戦速。
Somebody attack him!
We are down-tiered.
前方
Lovely, so I don't have to worry about SKRs.
動員配置につけ
I think I might actually push B more aggressively then.
アジ中央了解火事中央
Also, just on a completely different note, when it comes to my making videos again, I'm really conflicted on how to do my reviews, my ship reviews. Because recently I've changed up the way I write my videos, which you might actually have noticed in the way I speak during my more recent videos. Instead of how I used to write my videos, I used to write them literally every single word. But of course, if I then do a review of like 8 ships, like what I used to do, like an entire like category of ship, and then writing almost like a page a ship, it's just, oh, I can't do that stuff anymore. So recently, I've just started writing bullet points for each ship when I make a video about them, and that seems to work a bit better. It means I can be done with the writing process of stuff a lot quicker.
小型艦前方3000メートル
But then is it worth it to really do individual ship reviews, or should I go back to like my category ship reviews, like my all destroyers of a nation, all cruisers of a nation? I don't really know what I should be doing. I'm almost tempted to go back to doing categories ships, just to get them all out there as fast as possible. It's just that the editing process for that many ships can be a bit long.
We're ahead of the enemy.
I think it might be worth it.
小型艦右舷3000メートル
Because I do still want to try and make a review of every single tactical ship in the game. It's just that that's quite difficult.
面かじいっぱい了解面かじいっぱい
I do actually own a like all my tech trees at the moment are, I think, at least rank 3 or above.
左舷2000メートル
Yeah, they're at least rank 3, and I think even most of them are rank 4 at the moment. So not realistically that far away. I think submarines will do neither. I think they'll just be an addition.
了解
Let's be
火事中央
something new.
ターゲット特定小型艦
What I am kind of
2000メートル
tempted to do is, of course, it all depends on how submarines actually get added, is use them to kill zombie ships. Like, especially zombie cruisers. Because I highly doubt the zombies would be effective at anti-submarine warfare.
ターゲットに命中機関停止
Yeah. I think I'll do the category stuff again. Because at least then I can like do all those ships in one go.
ターゲットに命中
Like, there's a,
ターゲット
I quote-unquote completed my Japanese reviews like a while ago, but in the meantime they've added like 6 more ships. Like the Kongos weren't part of the review, the Fuso isn't, the Hatsuharu isn't.
敵艦
I think the Ayanami isn't, the frigate Ayanami isn't. There's so many more ships I can have to review again.
攻撃
And that's just for Japan.
左舷1万メートル
So was gearing added when I reviewed the American destroyers? I don't think it was. Of course, not that the gearing really requires me to add it. It's just
命中
pretty much identical to Sumner.
左舷2000メートル敵に命中
Of course, also the fact that just doing reviews gets outdated after a while.
ターゲットに命
My Japanese horror reviews are just all outdated. Although I do still stand by most of it.
取り舵いっぱい舵中央了解舵中央
Then there's also all the tutorials I really want to start making again.
航空攻撃撃
So much to do. Still little energy to do it. And key 109s. What? Let's see, only has a gun for sure. Okay.
面舵了解面舵
Key 109 only has a gun though, so I shouldn't be too worried about it.
直撃 直撃敵艦は炎上
I need to.
敵に命中戦闘機左舷9000メートル
What is over here?
いっぱい了解面舵いっぱいターゲット特定小型艦包囲2402000メートル面舵
Oh, it's over there. It's a crystal vessel.
面舵敵艦破壊取り舵了解取り舵小型艦前方2000メートル操縦しました機関停止
You know what? I'm gonna charge. I'm gonna just try actually sink my ship so I can get in the plane and get score for this event.
小型艦左舷2000メートル
So all caution into the wind and we're charging.
敵に命中修理班は被害対応企画から排水せよ
And
修
the
理班
Corsair.
損傷への対応を開始舵中央了解舵中央
I might actually even J out and get into a plane. Do have enough score? Or more than enough score, dude.
ターゲット特定小型艦2000メートル操縦しました取り舵了解取り舵
Oh, what is that? PC. Okay. There's not much of the enemy team left.
小型艦前方1000メートル
I think actually if I want to get my score I should actually J out already.
面舵了解面舵
Okay, dispersion. That made perfect sense.
進行方向に浅瀬直撃
Let's see if any of those torpedoes hits the SF-40. Would be kind of funny.
魚雷発射管用意面舵いっぱい了解面舵いっぱいターゲット特定小型艦包囲220 500メートル
I'll capture this point and immediately J out.
艦
I think that's
排水せよ操縦しました艦停止
also they really don't have much players left anymore.
進行方向に浅瀬小型艦後方1000メートル
Attack the enemy!
取り舵
No clue, really.
取り舵機関更新
I don't really keep track of my squadron research too much. Because there's not really any vehicles I want with it anymore. Just a few planes, I guess.
機関
I think they have a 15-minute lifetime. So you just drop them somewhere. There's no markers on them. The enemy does get a siren and a crew call out if there's a mine near. Actually, I don't know if they still get a crew call out. But yeah. That's why I just straight to the destroyer that knows it's there. I need to jet. I need to jet and get into a plane. Oop. Maybe I'll, you know what, I'll jet. Give him the kill. Get into a plane. I need to. Come on. No, it wasn't fast enough. I was greedy with the cap. Yeah, I think mines have a 15-minute lifetime. I just sit around. They're really weird to use though, because mines only really work. Nice. Mines only really work if they're on the enemy's like side of the map. But that means you have to push your ship all the way to like the enemy's side of the map to then drop a minefield, which leaves you very exposed, and then hope that somebody runs into a mine. I've had games where I did successfully set a string of mines around a cap and got like 2 kills with it, but it's so rare. And in setting that minefield up, I did throw away my ship. We got a camo from Tsuki now. I think the base green, right? Oh no, we get bicolor first. It's alright, but I do want my unicolor green. Actually, can I think the dots are a bit too small. So let's increase that a bit. That's better. Can we rotate it a bit so it looks a bit different pattern? That's good. That's good. I like that. And I'll just have it 50% standard. Again, sure, you could use it during confrontation. But you need to be where the enemies are. You need to lay mines in the path of enemies. Like, you could potentially set a string of mines around your capture point in one of the ports. But remember, your teammates running over mines destroys them. And most teammates don't really care, like, they just run over mines. And I think actually 15 minutes is probably too short for EC. I haven't personally tried mines in EC. You can certainly try it, see if it works. But I don't know. If you're really sneaky enough, right, you could go to an enemy port, lay a string of mines around an enemy port, like you should, like theoretically they would do with even HMS FDL. But I don't think it's feasible in game to like literally go to the enemy spawn point, lay a string of mines around it. And yeah, I just don't think it'll happen. Could certainly try it though. Yeah, I think I'll have to start first spawning Chikugo and stuff. Yeah, but the thing is, with airdrop mines, you don't have enough. You like to actually properly have a chance of sinking a ship with a mine. You want a string of them. You want a net of mines. Let's first spawn. Let's first spawn PT-15. I don't know if you were here, Ivan, you probably weren't, when I was showcasing the user mission Submarine. I'll actually probably have to take another look at it. But that was a mine-laying submarine. And I think that would be a very interesting ship to use that kind of tactic with. If you really had the patience to drive a submarine all the way to an enemy spawn point on EC, for example, and lay mines around it. Down tiered, good. I think after this, I'll after this match I'll showcase that user mission again. Because my stream went down when I first showcased it again, so it isn't technically part of this VOD. I'll showcase it again after this match. It's, by the way, it should be linked in the description. Let me actually double check. It should be linked in the description of this stream, the user mission. I'll check later. But it's really cool. It's really, really cool. Enemy ships. Where did the whole of my ship go? Why does my X-ray not have a ship hull? Ooh, that's...
Somebody attack him.
Oh, the thing is... Will they really wreck big ships, submarines? Like, really? Like, I think they're... Submarines, first of all, are slow. Also, I'm not too familiar with submarine torpedoes, and I really should be. I really should make myself familiar with submarine torpedoes. Because the only reason torpedoes are dangerous is because of their filler and their speed. Especially for a submarine, the range is not that important, but their filler and speed. And I'm not sure on either when it comes to submarine torpedoes. Because, like, let's say, for example, if you have a torpedo with a 400 kilogram TNT equivalent filler, like, that's alright. I don't think that would be like a big ship killer, especially on battleships. Unless, of course, you happen to detonate their ammo, but... Cringe, that's also the reason why I think that submarines should fit better in a coastal BR range. Because then at least they face sub-chasers. Granted, if the submarine has a deck gun, I think they should be at coastal BRs. Because then the things they fight can also counter them very effectively. Like the coastals and destroyer BRs should be good for submarines, I think. Like, you know, 2-3 to like 4-0, 4-3, I think would be a good BR range for submarines. Or even lower. Lower. But yeah, like 4-7, even maybe 5-0. As long as you fight the destroyers, I think that's a good BR for a submarine. And like most maps in War Thunder have enough cover, whereas you can't really just get jumped on like by a long-range sniper from a submarine. You could maybe get shotgunned by a submarine, I think, but I don't know. I don't know. How that would go. Also, I do think that submarines in arcade would be a lot more dangerous. A lot more dangerous. Could you imagine submarines in arcade where they're faster, their torpedoes are faster? It's just... Although, how would markers work for submarines? I assume they just wouldn't. But I am like, I would say 80% sure we're going to get submarines in the next year. I am confident in saying that we'll, like, 80% chance that we'll get submarines in next year. Hold on, there's actually... Let's try and hunt destroyers. I think there's one heading towards B.
取り舵
了解取り舵小型艦風源 2000m
ターゲット特定小型艦
2000m ターゲットリベンジ
面舵
了解面舵ターゲットリベンジ小型艦前方 2000m 敵艦破壊敵に命中
Oeh. Wat doen we weer? Maak een PT.
取り舵いっぱい
Damage breach.
方向不能直撃
Destroyer shooting me. Oh boy.
駆逐艦前方 5000m 了解舵中央
面舵
I'm just gonna launch a torpedo at that guy because he's just stationary. That is just not something you should do. American PT is kind of taking advantage of the fact I'm getting shot by these guys. Probably, but at the same time, a subchaser has a lot more depth charges.
取り舵
Like most PTs, if they carry depth charges, only have 4, 6, 8. But there are some submarine chasers out there with just, like dozens.
ターゲット炎上損傷しました
被害対応を急げ
Let's see if we can hunt some destroyers.
魚雷発射艦用意
Oh, which one is it? It's not. Is it the? Oh, which one has like a bunch of hedgehogs? It's not the Spey, is it? No, I don't think they do, because destroyers can counter submarines as well, remember? Depth charges.
小型艦
Most destroyers still carry depth charges, believe me. So it's not. It should not only be a subchaser's job to hunt submarines.
面舵
That's why I think that submarines would fit well in the BR, where you start seeing subchasers all the way to destroyers, because all those classes can counter submarines fairly well. I don't think you can. I personally am not really that big of a fan of Naval EC, so I don't play that much. But I think you cannot grind the event in EC. Because it's considered an event and not a normal PvP mode. Or normal multiplayer mode. I don't know. But I don't think it's ever counted Naval EC. Yeah. Oh, hello, Clumsy.
駆逐艦前方 1000m
取り舵
了解取り舵実行方向にはさせ突撃
Shut off. For the bridge, destroy the bridge. Destroy the other gun. Destroy the rear gun. And launch. This should hit his something critical. And
面
launch.
舵いっぱい
了解
Armored torpedo at 4 meter
取
depth.
り舵いっぱい
Oh god damn it, they are.
舵中央
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Clemsons aren't 4 meter deep.
風源
Why? I had such good runs on them. I need to mark RT right here, so I can maybe splash him with artillery.
面舵いっぱい
Where are these torpedoes? thing is, I think I last played my PT-15 at like Battleships BR. So I put them at 4 meter depth. Wait. I'm trying to shut the engines at the moment, is what I'm doing. And I'm hoping that these... I'm driving into my own artillery. God damn it. And I'm hoping that these guys aren't too proficient at like changing range at close range. But I'm already... Use this guy to shield me from the other. Or try to. Yeah, they're not too proficient at changing the ranges. But there we go. Why were my torpedoes at 4 meter depth? No! I don't think my 40 mils can actually reach the rear ammo rack as a thing. Can I? I can't at the moment, damn. Guess it's time for Satsuki. Well, note to self, 4 meter depth stroke torpedoes cannot hit Clemsons.
Attack the B point!
火事中央
了解火事中央駆逐艦前方6000メートル
動員配置につけ敵艦接近
Destroy the target!
But I should have damaged both of those Clemsons pretty badly. Yep, see you later, Trick. Merry Christmas to you too. The Bofors gun is a really good gun though, it really is. It's just... there was quite a while of people saying it's the best coastal gun. And I kind of don't agree with that. I think universally the Bofors gun is a good gun. A really good coastal gun. But there are guns that outperform it in certain aspects. Like in close range, I'd much rather have a 30mm. Or even a 20mm in some cases I'd rather have. Just for rate of fire.
航空攻撃警戒了解取り返し
Oof.
ターゲット特定駆逐艦
Like those things, for example, are sub-chasers, which are pretty... pack like a lot of depth charges. Yeah, the L-70 is good as well. However, the L-70 Bofors doesn't carry AP rounds. And you notice that when fighting certain fights, you notice a lack of AP rounds in a 40mm. That's why to a certain extent I actually prefer the L-60 instead of the L-70. Just because of the AP belts. For example, what I was doing to those destroyers, right, I would not have been able to do with the L-70 because it doesn't carry AP. Or while the in-game L-70 at least doesn't carry AP rounds.
2000メートル
面火事
了解面火事
I think only... who feels the L-70 at the moment? It's only Germany and Italy, right? That has L-70 Bofors in-game.
小型艦前方5000メートル
Destroy the target!
Oh god. I need to put my
航
gunners
空攻
on.
撃警戒
Yep. The Mutsuki and Satsuki don't exactly have good anti-air, so any plane getting close to me is kind of a... pray you don't get bombed from it.
面火事
Or hope they fly low enough. What was that attack run? I will say, having a maxed out crew level and an expert crew on Japanese ships, their lackluster AA really starts to improve.
面かじいっぱい
了解面かじいっぱい
Ouch.
了解中央
I'll not repair, I want to get this island in between us and get on that B point. Okay,
磨いたよ
can
急
be
げ
from the river as well.
了解取りかじ操縦しました
ガンライオン戦
Guns
速
is cutting me off a little bit, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. He is a reserve.
了解取りかじ
But yeah, after this battle,
Another zone captured.
I'll showcase a submarine custom mission again, for the people who haven't seen it earlier.
いっぱい
了解取りかじいっぱい
アジ中央
Although I won't linger on it too long, because I do need to get this naval star done.
前方
Like, Des Moines is really... Well, Newport news, but the Des Moines class cruiser is not something you miss out on. Hello there, Nick. Merry Christmas to you too as well. Let's go. Engine shredding.
プチガン
方位20 30メートル
停止
That should be a decent amount of points again for my
了解
star.
右に命中
Okay, there we go. Now, submarine user mission again. And what I will do, to clarify, I'll put a little text over that it is a user mission. Because I did kind of clickbait people with the thumbnail. Actually, is it still that thumbnail? I hope it is. I was kind of in a rush to start the stream up again. Oh well. Nice, backups. Now, user mission. It is here, so I'm sorry feelings, but I'll just back in a moment. I'll check that out later. Yes, hello there, Adam. You came just at the right moment, because I was going to showcase this player-made submarine user mission. And I'm going to put that right up there. It should still be linked in the description, right? Didn't actually check again, but it should be. Okay.
Charge compressed air.
I need to
Charge battery.
silence them for a bit, because I'll just repeat these lines over and over again. Go forward. The mechanics are from the game. Because remember, although you might not actually remember, years ago there was an April Fool's event with nuclear submarines. So a lot of the mechanics, including this window, and this indicator, and these indicators, are from that April Fool's event. Okay. And now we'll submerge, or try to. The submerging is a bit awkward, I think, with this model, but it's still gorgeous. Actually, let me come to a halt. A bit more closer to the rack. Because you can actually see the rack sinking underwater. Yeah, the guy who made it, I think it's Palaska 001 on Warsner Live. It's really impressive work, this. A very nice looking model. And a very nice user mission. Yeah, look at that. Slowly sinking to the bottom. I think now, however, if I switch on the sound again, the voices, it should say different stuff. Let me actually put them up quite high, because these voices, right? These aren't part of the mod either. These were part of the game when they updated the
Air attack alert.
Of course.
Engines, 2/3.
There we go. Slowly descending. And also functioning torpedo tubes
Prepare mines.
with their own sound. And the torpedo also automatically surfaces, which I find interesting. But I think it actually detonates on the surface because of how steep it goes up.
Torpedo at top.
Yeah. But yeah, this is an awesome user mission. And it just looks amazing as well with the light reflecting off of it. But yeah, if I think, hold on.
Make your depth. 160
You hear
meters.
that? That's a voice line specific to submarines that was added with this update. It's a really, really nice stuff. Really nice. Again, it should be linked in the description of the stream if you're looking at it. It should be.
Make your depth. 200 meters.
Yeah, those voice lines are not modded. They're not part of this user model. They were part of the updated voice lines, but of course they didn't really have any use other than for submarines. But we haven't had submarines in years. The only submarines we did used to have were the nuclear ones, which didn't have these voice lines. It's just very interesting. No. Yes and no. I kind of teased it as well in, I think, 2 or 3 streams ago. Also, you should watch my summary video on the update. They've added new carrier AI models. They've added HD carrier models.
Port your
They're not
helm.
playable,
Aye, steer port.
but they're just HD carrier models, you know, the ones you used to land on in air realistic matches. They updated some of those. HMS Illustrious, Aija and Shokaku, USS Enterprise, Saratoga and Lexington got updated. I'll show them later actually if you want me to look at them as well. Actually, I want to just...
Reach.
All hands.
Hold on, there
Compartment.
is
Watch for
actually...
leaks. Make your depth. 100
Yeah, it's
meters.
just models,
Check for leaks.
not playable
Make your
vessels.
100 meters.
Reach.
These crew lines are amazing. Also, there is a sonar mechanic.
Check for leaks. Make your depth. 120 meters.
But I don't quite know how it works. Like these mechanics, right? These circles and this is from
Engines, all stop.
yeah, this is from the Submarine event like years ago. I don't quite know what this was again. I think the red circle is the noise you make. The green circle is the range of your passive sonar, and then if you ping, you send out a ping, but other vessels can hear that and then locate you. Can I actually switch it off? I can't, so you just hear the ping now. Yeah, if I surface again.
Reach.
Let's go surface. Yeah, the red circle is the noise you make.
All hands.
The green circle is your
Watch for
passive
leaks.
sonar.
Make your depth.
So, for example, if
60
you're,
meters.
from what I remember from that,
Battle stations. Prepare to surface. Periscope depth achieved.
again, voice lines,
Flow ballast tanks.
all just for submarines.
Battle stations. Prepare to surface.
Air attack alert.
Once I actually surface, I have to cut out the voice lines again because they keep looping. Stop running to an island.
Check for leaks. Make your depth. Blow ballast tanks.
Yeah, now I have
Charge
to
compressed air.
shut them up because they're going to repeat now. Yeah, what I remember from these nuclear submarine event years ago is so if the enemy's red circle, if their noise intersects with your green circle, you would get a ping on the map. Like, oh, there's something there. Like, or I don't remember if it's a vague location or like an actual accurate location. Yeah, I had to shut the voices off because they'll... If I don't...
Yeah.
Ballast tanks empty.
Charge batteries.
Oh. Usually they would keep repeating that constantly. Now they aren't. They're shutting up. Let's merge this again.
Make your depth. 140 meters.
So yeah, I really have... I'm as I said earlier in the stream, I'm 80% sure we're going to see Submarines next update. And I'll quickly show off the carrier models, so you know what I'm talking about, and then we'll go continue playing the game. But for that I actually have to go into custom battles, create session, mission by URL, and I think it's carriers, right? Yep. And just spam passwords so nobody random joins us. We have a... Hold on, hold on. I need to... I don't do this on custom, but I just look through my replays. Because I should have one named. That's all of them separately. Oh, where is it again? I think that's what he did. It doesn't matter. But again, if you watch my update summary video, which I think, when did I upload it? Yesterday? Yeah, I uploaded it yesterday. You'll see the models on it, although not in greatest detail. So I'm just gonna re-invite Phoenix, if he is still up for it. And we'll continue 3-3. It's just I want to kind of prioritize getting my task done for today, because there is a battle scenario with that submarine as well that I want to test out. Yeah. It should be in there, the new carrier models. In that video. It's kind of, if you're not too familiar with the old carrier models, you can't really see the difference. But in general, they're just HD models. They have an accurate damage model. Their anti-aircraft suite and armament is actually accurately modeled as well. What else? I think they're also slightly bigger compared to the older models. Like their counterparts of the old models. I don't know. I genuinely don't know how... What I saw actually, hold on. I think Fly Daily also made a video on the submarine, right? On the submarine user mission. And if you go too deep, I think you just slowly start losing like crew... Like, oh, what was it again? I might actually have to try that out, but again, after I'm done with my star. So maybe later this week I'll try it out. But yeah. I think if you reach your quote-unquote crush depth, it's a coastal damage model that he put on the submarine, so it just destroys the whole compartments. Which of course then loses crew, I think. Again, I'm not too sure, I didn't test it out yet. And I do think that the critical depth of that submarine is 160 meters, that event. Like, for the submarines, for the carriers, sorry. I think the addition of the HD models is a step closer to playable carriers, but we're still far off. We're still very much far off. I think it's more to just update very old AI assets. Like they added the modern carriers quite a while ago, so that jets actually had modern carriers to take off from instead of these World War II ones. And I think now they're just finally getting to the World War II ones. Could these models eventually be translated into playable carriers? Sure, I think so. But it's still a ways off. There's still a lot more work that needs to be done before carriers will be playable, I think. And I would... The thing with carriers as well, currently for Blue Water, we still have quite a pack of... yeah, I should report it. We still have quite a pack of battleships to go through. So I don't think... Oop, it's actually got sunk just before... This is a very bad move, but I have to make it. That's not... Oh no, I'm running into this torpedo. Come on! No! Damn. Oh well. That was... I thought I could drive through it. I thought it was a boat, not a barge. Damn. I'm just gonna quiet down his voices a bit, being a bit loud. Go. Like I'll be honest, I'm kind of bored of Wars in the Nails at the moment. Just the gunplay is starting to really get repetitive, especially with the zombie problem. So I personally am looking forward to submarines and carriers just to spice things up again. So yeah. The way I was considering like how that would work is you would have the flight deck just be your primary weapons group. Or like when it comes to managing planes and guns. So then your secondary weapons group is just, well, your secondaries and tertiary is tertiary. But the primary weapons group would be the flight deck and all the planes. Like my one goal before the next update, right, is to have all British, all Japanese, and all American blue water ships. That's my goal. I already have all Japanese blue water ships. I'm missing Marlborough for the British. Then I've got a few to work through for the Americans. And then I think after the Americans, it's probably Italy first and then Germany. It's gonna take so long. I think you don't need to be too worried about getting assists or kills. What you need to do is damage. Because for as far as I remember, damage is more important for the reward you get per kill and assist. Sure, a kill actually has a higher multiplier for your reward. But if you get like 99% of the damage and somebody quote unquote kill steals it, you still get a large portion of the reward from it if you get the assist. Yeah, like Marlborough is a really good battleship. She's been slapped on ever since she was introduced, really. Although, with the fact that HE kind of got a nerf, I think 2 updates ago now, it's not as good as it used to be, but Marlborough is still a very strong capital ship. It's just that the only ships I currently have to spade to get Marlborough are Colossus and... Yeah, no, they're the three, like Invincible, Colossus and Dreadnought. And those... I'm not... I don't mind playing them too much, but they're a bit... I don't know. Again, they're all hypotheticals, really. You could make it so that the capture point could only be captured if you're on the surface. And again, if you put submarines at like coastal BRs and destroyer BRs, it's not a problem, because if a submarine is just sitting still, submerged under a capture point, you just depth charge it. I mean, you're not missing much. Dreadnought is probably the worst of the British battleships, if you exclude, of course, their battle cruisers. Yeah. Of course, Dreadnought is the Dreadnought, but still, it's not all less important. How did I miss this guy just being here? And how does our Abdiel not even notice either? Yep, good stuff. I guess Abdiel had some bigger fish to fry. Oof, I'm alright. But yeah, I genuinely believe that next year is going to be a very, very good year for Naval. Because we're going to see more World War II battleships. Like, the minimum we're going to get next year is more World War II battleships. So that's always something to be excited about. Also remember that points are much easier to earn in planes. Also, I should try and avoid these mines. Yes, I have. I haven't actually taken too close of a look at it. I did see the naval portion, but I'll be honest, don't ever take past the developers stuff too seriously. Like a North, I think. What is the that's American mod fast battleship before the Iowa? Is it? It's not North. It's South Dakota class, right? I think South Dakota got passed like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And yes, Yamato was on it. Iowa was on it. It's like past the developer stuff. I never really take too seriously because it doesn't mean anything. Because past the developer still means that the developers can say yes or no to it, and it doesn't give you any time frame to it. It's just yeah. But the thing, like, oh yeah, Bismarck has been passed to developers. Bismarck has been sitting in the files for 2 years now. It's like, okay, sure, it's passed to developers, but it's already there. We're just waiting for it to be introduced. Ah, it's an SPR, isn't it? If you want to see the model for the Bismarck, I'll just have to go some digging, but I'll find it again. Oh, hello there, Grand Admiral. I don't like this. Yeah, like past the developer, so I never really take too seriously. Okay. Yes, Merry Christmas to you too. There's an ammo rack in between. Okay. There's an ammo rack in between the two smoke funnels on Mitsuki. Like this one, that's what I'm trying to hit. But it's not the easiest ammo rack to get, I will admit. That Mitsuki should get torpedoed, so it's fine. I don't have enough crew members, oh boy. But that's Mitsuki is eating all my torpedoes. Yeah. Yeah, Renown has been in the files for a while as well. I'm still shocked that we got a hood before Renown. That's such a confusing move for me. So where's his SKR? Oh, they're blue. Nice, got yourself the hood. I actually recently got myself the hood as well during the sale. I bought it. Haven't played it yet. I really should go on my British battleships more because I'm really close to finishing my British Blue Water 3. I just need to get Marlborough. And then I can focus on getting the American tree. Although I was also kind of waiting with playing the American tree. The Glorious is weird. It's weird. The Glorious is a really, really good zombie killer. That I will admit, it's a really good zombie killer. But against actual human light cruisers, it's melted so quickly. 708? Maybe? QD? Maybe? I'm kind of like doing the task and also unlocking my camos for the Japanese destroyers. That's why I'm playing this low of a BR. Also, I thought it was the SKR, but it isn't. Eep! Don't crash, that's a cruiser. Ah, fire. And game over anyways. Yeah. Yeah, I know about Glorious. I've already sprayed the Glorious. Like, what annoys me so, right, is the hood. The entire reason why I wanted to really get the hood is because of the unrotated projectile launchers on the turrets, like those rocket launchers. Because they're a really weird and interesting weapon. But it just didn't make them functional in game, which is such a shame. Such a shame. Okay, I'm almost getting there. And a little bit more for my camos as well. What is my next lowest BR destroyer? 4-0, and that's the same BR as Ayanami? It is, okay. We'll be playing 4-0 then next, actually. Harukaze, does she have? She doesn't, because she's a post-war destroyer, makes sense. Arabian Sea again. We've been seeing this map quite a bit lately, and I'm all for it. I spade stuff because that's how I grind lines. That's how I research my tech trees. I used to be a free-to-play player for a very long time, and in fact I spaded my entire Japanese Air Force free-to-play, and I just did it all by just spading every single vehicle. Because it gives you an RP boost. I should have spawned... Oh, this is my Satsuki. No, this is my Mutsuki. I should have spawned Satsuki first. Actually, no, I should have spawned PT-15 first. And also just spading a ship gives me a reason to play them. Because like right now, I've already said, I bought the A6E Intruder to get to the F-16. But a part of me also feels a bit sad that I'm not playing all of those American aircraft on the way. Because I do like spading, because again, it gives me a reason to play all of these vehicles. Get proficient at them, get to know them. But now, of course, if you have premiums, why wouldn't you just play the premium mode? Yeah, that's also the other reason. I have premiums for some tech trees, right? For the Italians, for example, I have Pola. But playing the same ship over and over and over and over again to research a tree sounds boring to me. So I just spade everything. Also, it looks ever so nice if you just look at your profile and this number is just so high. That's also part of the reason I do it. Some slight bragging rights. And there's also part of me that thinks the only way I can review a ship when I make a video on them is by having that ship spaded. So I actually know what that ship is like.
取りかじ
了解取りかじ
They don't. There were no data mines for for aircraft carrier voice lines, and there's no way to play an aircraft carrier at the moment. There aren't any voice lines for them. There aren't any mechanics for carriers as well. The thing is, submarines already had mechanics. They had mechanics from those April Fool's events.
駆逐艦前方4000メートル
So that's why submarine voice lines are a bit more. Spading is fully upgrading something. You see, like this spade, like the suit of cards. This mark on the ship or on the vehicle, it means you fully upgraded that vehicle. That's spading something.
面かじ
了解
Yeah, I think, like, for example, if these were like stock aircraft, they don't have that mark, but the spaded vehicle has this little stamp behind it. Like that's you know, like the spade in the suit of deck of cards.
魚雷発射艦用意
And it's just a sign that you fully upgraded the vehicle.
We're ahead of the enemy.
Yes. There are people. I've actually seen somebody play the
3000
new carrier models as well, but that's very weird. What you do is basically you control a very different ship. You control like a PT-6, but you forcibly overlay the model over it somehow. I don't know how it works, but it's I've seen that as
魚
well.
雷発射艦用意
But yeah, they're not the same thing. And
面
again,
かじ
Submarines had an actual game mode for April Fools. There were actual playable submarines. Granted, they were nuclear submarines back then, but still.
爆雷準備かじ中央
了解火事中央
面かじ
Yeah. For the carrier stuff, it's a hodgepodge thing.
ターゲット特定軸艦
重大な損傷を受けた後方不要
魚雷発射艦用意
魚雷発射
Ooh, Amarak, okay. Yeah, I actually the submarine event. I did try to use a smoke screen, but it didn't deploy, which is weird. I might have just fat fingered and misclicked.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
They actually did the submarine event twice. However, there was a big difference between the two submarine events. The original one, the original April Fool's event, you could see underwater. The rerun, you couldn't see anything underwater.
動員配置
Like,
につけ
when I was playing that user-made mission for the submarine, that was the visibility during the original submarine event. But in the rerun, you had way worse visibility.
了解
For some reason.
面かじ
Yeah. Chicago. This camo, by the way, was from a ship race event. Like,
取りかじ
I don't know how many of you remember like the tank biathlon event they did like a long time ago. They ran a ship biathlon event as well during the same time, and I unlocked this camo for Chikagos during that event. Because most people weren't all that good with this ship biathlon, because back then, especially Naval wasn't nearly as popular as it was now. I think it was even before the Naval split. So winning those events was really easy. Well, it was really easy if you were a long-time Naval player. Hit the engines. Gun jam. Just keep firing. fire. I no longer have a gun. I no longer have a bridge. But if that's... Destroyer keeps sailing in a straight line, he'll run into one of my torpedoes. Or not. No longer have any guns. He's gonna run into that torpedo, which isn't a big torpedo, but will still make a very big hole in the ship. Main guns back. He's now flooding, he's on fire, so he has a lot of repairs going on. If he's doing anything at all, and there he is. Fire. Got him. A citadel usually pertains to bigger ships. I'll show you in the hangar after this. Yeah, these camos are pretty rare. Oh, that reminds me, I can actually change the quality of this camo now, can't I? Ooh, I should mess with that. Because now you can, because they introduced camos to destroyers, you can now mess with the, you know, the qualities of the camouflages, like their scale, their rotation. I'm gonna have to try and mess with that. Yeah. Yeah, plane, let's use it. Also, now that I'm actually flying, what they mean with the citadel of a ship. Usually the citadel is armored, and that's why you only refer to it on bigger ships. But the engine space and the ammo storage is pretty much the citadel of a ship. It's just on smaller ships they're not really all that armored. So there's not really a cohesive citadel. Not even on destroyers, it's on cruisers and up you really start seeing citadels, but I think... I'm not even sure if citadel is a formal term, like an actual naval term, or if it's just an informal, like, I don't know. It's a term that really got popular with World Warships using it, I think. So let's go back to base now. But yeah, it's just basically the armor around the engine room and the ammo storage. That's the citadel of larger ships like cruisers and battleships. Yeah, you just don't really talk about the citadel if it doesn't have armor. Then it's just the engine room or the ammo storage. Phoenix is really just showing off. Gaining a lot more points than I am, that's for sure. But I'm in no real rush to get these points. I don't have either, I'm sorry to say. The German tactory is one of those tactories I haven't really been grinding up all that much. I don't even have Graf Spee yet. Yeah, Graf Spee is about to be my first rank 5 German ship. So I don't know what to think of those ships. All I know is that from facing them, Scharnhorst is tough, and Bayern can be ammo racked. That's all I really know from facing them, and Bayern doesn't have any anti-air. Scharn is a pretty good ship. I would even suggest to put a Talisman on Scharnhorst because it's really a solid ship. The only thing I kind of know about it is that its guns are a bit lackluster in fighting other battleships. Yeah. Yeah, I think Citadel also specifically refers to like the armor, right? It's an armored like area. As a rookie, starting for Naval, America, and America is, I think, generally the best nation to start with. Although the Clemsons are very rough, they do have a very, very good destroyers. Let me actually go over multiple things now. So if you're a rookie, America, go for Alwyn, Sumner. Sumner is a very good ship. Sumner, Fletcher, very, very good ships. The Somers and Porters, on paper, very good ships, but everybody knows how to kill them very quickly, so they're not that good anymore. But look, American 4-7, excellent, very good. So if you want to, like, because they're tough ships, have very good firepower, yet also learn how, teach you that you shouldn't expose your broadside, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. They're very good ships to learn with, I think. Although the beginning is a bit rough. Russia, I don't think their destroyers are really all that friendly for beginners. Although the late ones are, like Tashkent is very good. Spokane is very good. The early ones are a bit meh. I'd even maybe go as far as say that the German destroyers are better for newbies. If K2 maybe be an exception, but like Leopard and T-22 and Z-15 are very fun ships. So yeah, like the big three are very good for beginners. America, I heavily recommend. The reason I would suggest if you're new to naval, go with America is because they're very good destroyers, very good light cruisers late game, pretty decent heavy cruisers actually, although, yeah, no, at 5.3 they're pretty decent. And of course for the future they'll have very good battleships. They have a potential for very good modern ships, very good carriers, very good submarines. America is a very promising naval factory, so just go with that. Yeah, British destroyers aren't bad either, but they are a bit vulnerable. Yeah, I would recommend, if it's your first nation, America. The coastal fleet is very meh. But don't worry. Like, if you're playing Blue Water, you don't need a coastal ship to do anything. Like, when I spaded Japan, Britain, America, and Russia, I never took a coastal vessel in my lineup. Never. And it doesn't matter. Sure, you'll have matches that end quickly because a coastal vessel caps a point. But just don't care. Just play the ships, have fun with the ships, do that. Because since the naval split, part of me still thinks, yes, there is a point to bring a coastal vessel with you to cap points, to win the match. But that's one of your 3 spawns gone. And if you want to grind Blue Water, that means you have 1 less spawn to actually grind your Blue Water ships with. And nobody is going to yell at you for not taking a coastal vessel. Some assholes might, but don't be too worried about it. Just bring a full Blue Water lineup is fine. Russia does have very good boats. Like, the thing is, you can't get to the top tier really quickly. It's very difficult to get to top tier. But if you get a top tier coastal vessel like the PR-206, really good high-end coastal vessel. Really good. But yeah. You don't have to be too worried about bringing coastal vessels to Blue Water matches. Like, I didn't. I never really cared about it too much. I have been doing that more recently, but it's up to you, really. And what was it doing? Japan. If Phoenix is ready, we can start again. Oh, yeah, hold on. I was going to showcase the Citadel. I'll take Tone as an example. So if you look at the armor viewer, this is part of the Citadel because it protects magazines. And this, basically all the armor you're currently seeing is the Citadel. Because it's protecting magazine and it's protecting engine space. That's the Citadel. Like, of course, these higher armor parts aren't part of the Citadel. But all of this stuff is pretty much Citadel. Yeah, okay. I would still argue that Russia is a thing, right? I still think this is going to be very mean to say, right? But how I cope with battleship repair costs is 1, I have a premium account that solves half of it. 2, I don't play battleships that much. I don't care for them. I grind it. I grind my Japanese ones because I want them. I grind my British ones because I just want to see what's in the future for Britain. I grind the American ones because I want to be ready for the bigger battleships. But I don't play battleships for fun. But how do I cope with repair costs? I have a premium account that helps it. When I play my battleships, I've only really played them during the height of the zombie apocalypse. So I didn't lose my battleship all that often. And the zombie apocalypse, sinking a bunch of cruisers in a battleship will usually earn you the repair costs back. Another good way to deal with repair costs, backups. If you have universal backups, how do I explain this in simple terms? So, if you lose your ship, and you have to pay the full repair costs, right? However, if you respawn the same ship with a backup, the repair cost of that ship is also reset. Then depending on how much damage you sustain in your second respawn. So let's say you were playing a battleship the entire game, but like a minute before it ends you get sunk. If you respawn in that battleship and take very little damage, you'll have very little repair cost to pay. I understand the argument for zombies, because yes, Naval was easier. 100% it was easier. But I despise them to my very bone. If I want them gone as soon as possible, because they make Naval matchmaking boring, they make the matches themselves boring and monotonous, it's just not fun. Then, of course, on the other hand, if players start actually filling the matches again, the old problems that Naval had really start popping up again. Like, the map design really starts rearing its ugly head again. Time to kill, like, sustaining heavy firepower from like 3 or 4 ships is torture. There's no better way to describe it. I haven't been getting frame drops. Although I have sometimes, but not often. I have heard other people complain about it, but I haven't really had too much trouble with it. Yeah. I should really not be repairing because I'm just draining my own crew. Just keep going. Why am I being focused? Because I'm the first target, am I? Yeah, that's cringy. You actually have a very good point now, right? Because people were saying, oh yeah, the zombies are a good replacement for the bots in Naval. Because the bots give you a less reward for sinking them. However, the zombies only spawn once. An actual player would spawn in 3 times, which is way more reward. That's a good way of looking at it. Yeah, exactly. Like, Look, I understand wanting an easy grind in Naval, right? I understand that standpoint of zombies. But the people who say that the matches themselves are better with zombies are insane. I do not know what to think of those people. But I can fully understand the want to have an easy grind for ships, because yeah, the Naval grind is not really all that nice. But I just don't like the zombies. I do wonder if they actually, like, the zombie plague has been such a problem for so long. I genuinely don't know anymore what it's like to actually play matches with full players. Like what the meta of that is. Because I remember it vaguely, and it is very different. You have to be so much more cautious. The thing is as well, the thing I also despise about the zombies is the people who actually are those zombies. I despise them. Because they think, oh yeah, we'll just abuse the ever-living hell out of Naval just to earn SL to play ground or air. They're disgusting. And that's... I don't know how many of you know of Napalm Rat, but he once made a video, like, showing the viewpoint from one of these botters, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand why we'd ever have any sympathy for those people. Napalm Rat, I'm not really that much of a fan of him. Yeah, he's basically the only real naval content creator we really have that's of any size. Not a fan of his takes, like at all. I used to be kind of on the fence with Napalm about his takes on Naval, but that one video I made, like, showing the viewpoint from a bot just made me despise him. Just lose all respect for him. Thank you very much. I do try to explain stuff. I do play ground and air, though I'm not the biggest fan of ground battles. I do play them. Actually do, if I ever play ground battles, I prefer to play them in squads with my friends. Because I don't like playing them alone. Lost again. Yeah, I play air quite a bit. I quite like playing air sim. I can't put fires out. I no longer have any crew. You know who I actually genuinely recommend you watch his naval videos of? Dollar Plays. He makes fantastic naval videos, genuinely. Dollar Plays is a very, very nice content creator to watch naval from. He doesn't really explain naval all that much. He doesn't. Yes, Dollar Plays like that. He just makes like naval gameplay videos really fun to watch. Really fun to watch his naval videos. His editing style in general is just really fun as well. Does he have a stream channel? I haven't actually watched it. I should actually try and watch him. Although I'm not really a fan of Twitch. It doesn't really work half the time for me. Yes, Torpedo Man. Or Torpedoe, however he says it. Really fun. I need to look at... I think I've heard that name before. I need to look into that guy again. Dollar Plays is genuinely a fun channel to watch. Because he's just like light-hearted gameplay videos most of the time, and his editing is top-notch. I think actually, ooh, one of my torpedoes hit. Oh, what is this again? You know the, what was it? There's this Steam application, like wallpaper engine. And Dollar Plays sometimes makes ship wallpapers, like animated ship wallpapers for that. It looks so good. I think the one I currently have on my wallpaper engine is one of his Congo ones. They're really good. I should actually look if he has more wallpapers. Seeing these runway lights on a dirt runway is a bit strange. Well, but yeah, really good content creator. I am not British. My accent is quite weird, I must admit. I'm Belgian, but my father's an Englishman. And I don't really speak Flemish either. I don't have a Flemish accent when I speak my Dutch. So it's just a weird, cobbled together accent I have. Yeah. I think I'll just try and rack up as many points as I can and explain.
Allied forces have captured.
Yeah, it's Dollar Plays is his YouTube channel. Dollar Live is his live stream channel. But he doesn't live stream as often apparently. But yeah, Dollar Plays is the YouTube channel you want. There's quite a lot of battles in Belgium, you'd be surprised. From World War II. I also, not to really give away my location too much, but I do live in the part of Belgium where World War I was practically fought. So we have tons and tons of World War I sites around where I live. Like I think I'm a 30 minutes drive away from Ypres, where one of the very large battle was fought in World War I. Not artifacts, just sites. Like actual trench lines, museums, grave sites, all that kind of stuff. Although I must admit, every now and then we do still dig up shells from World War I and II. That's always a good news headline. It's just, you know how the internet is, you don't really want to give away too much of your personal information. I'm fired, damn. Oh, I didn't kill him either. I missed quite a bit, but he might be sinking. Ow. There goes my wing. Yeah, that's a crippled destroyer now. Maybe finish him off.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
動員配置につけ
I'm gonna take a ship with me.
取り舵いっぱい取り舵
ターゲットに命中
You can damage people by ramming into them, but it usually doesn't do much. But that you can damage ships by flying into them. Although it's minuscule damage. It's not like you'll sink somebody by just flying into them.
ガンが炎上している了解面舵駆逐艦前方 5000m ターゲットに命中
更新
敵に命中
取り舵
了解取り舵
ターゲット特定駆逐艦
I don't think they actually did kamikazes in Pearl Harbor, but they did in the Pacific Theater, that's for sure.
大撃機左舷
And results varied, depending on how you crash into a ship, I guess. But yeah, it doesn't do the most damage in the game.
面舵
了解
Not often. I have never really ran into mines. Every now and then I'll run into like the mine warning, but I've never... I cannot remember the last time I got sunk by running into a mine. And it's an explosive hazard on the rear of your ship.
Victory is close.
ターゲットに命中
And it's pretty obvious to see as well if the enemy is carrying mines on the rear of a ship. So people tend to target that area as well. It's just, does the risk outweigh the rewards, and does it... In most cases it doesn't.
取り舵いっぱい
torpedoes are a lot of fun. Those are. Yeah. I, in general, actually don't like using mines as bombs for aircraft. Not in naval battles, at least. Because if you miss, then you're just screwed. Are those bombs? Those are torpedoes. Daring guy. And the torpedoes drowned because he was going too fast. Yeah. I am generally... I've started bringing depth charges more and more on my PT boats. Because they're not as explosive as they used to be. Yeah, I love doing torpedo runs, it's so more immersive. Ooh, what do I there? Should get them to be as fast as possible. But I don't think I have time, do I? Nope. Game over. Oh well.
We've lost. But next time...
Nope, it was a defeat, sadly. But I don't really care for winning or losing for this event. And unlocking camos, it also doesn't matter. Because I just need points. And that stays the same no matter if you win or lose. So that's a paint scheme for my Satsuki. I can also actually change the base camo. But I'm tempted. Oh, it keeps 22 as well, that's nice. Keeps it 22, that's unique to the Satsuki. I wanted it a bit larger, didn't I? Yes. And what kind of patterns can we get? That looks pretty good. Yeah, let's go with that. Yes, I'll actually show it to you. So for example, for my Mutsuki, this unicolor camouflage is 13,500 damage. That's a Mutsuki, that's reserve. For Akizuki, a rank 3. So yes, you do need to put in a lot more work for higher BR or higher tier destroyers. Mahatsuharu is, for the unicolor, 101,000. So yeah. Yes. There is no naval simulator battle, by the way. There's only arcade and realistic for naval. And before I forget, I'll give you a torpedo. And what I can do is like test sail, put you on 1 and not do the test sail. And off we go again. It should only be like one more decent match to get these 2 camos. And then we can move on to 4.0. Mainly for the Ayanami then. The thing is, these premium destroyers also have camos now. We'll have to play them too. The major differences, by the way, between the game modes realistic and arcade for naval is so I'm using realistic as a standard because that's what I play. Arcade is the ships are faster, they turn faster, they roll more in the turn, there are markers above enemy players, torpedoes are faster, torpedo markers render in faster or further. There's a bunch of differences. Also, aircraft Aircraft and Naval Arcade are way different because they get in-air reloads and a bomb marker. Very different. The cast between arcade and realistic is very different for Naval. Between the two, British. Japanese blue water is rough. It's very rough if you're not if you're not ready to suffer, don't play Japan. They used to be alright as a nation to grind. They used to have the most accurate 8-inch guns in the game. Their high explosive destroyers used to be very good actually. But nowadays it's just the high explosive destroyers does next to nothing. The 8-inch guns are a lot less accurate. It's... Ooh, I'll have to take a look at it then. Oh, I just got lost. More RT is there. I'm gonna turn away behind this island. Hopefully not die immediately. Yeah, when the action cools down a bit, I'll take a look at my Discord. Yeah, 2 40 mils can do a lot of work. Hello. Come on, guns, get on target. Ooh, that's dangerous. The rough seas are kind of pushing my guns around, so I'm having difficulties aiming them accurately. Whoa, coastal vessels. Is back online. Can't throw it near the spawn because obviously. Speeder ship is out of action, let's prepare that. Sunk. I'm just rushing into my ship at this point. I don't care if I sink or don't. Points are points. Spawn protection, and that wears off quite quickly. Yeah, you really are. Good thing I'm not a coffee drinker to begin with. Hopefully all are just gone. They've given up. Oh, hello, that's an AI, I think. Yeah. Also, army torpedoes, yeah, they are on 1 meter depth strike. Come on, I want a torpedo kill. There we go. Well, that was a quick match, that's for sure. Jeez. I think this is like also pretty much a pure coastal map
ターゲ
match.
ット特定小型艦
Yeah. Something of a high caliber round can go through the entirety of PT-15,
取り返し進行方
so it would fire a bit better.
来撃機後方7000メートル
取り返しいっぱい
取り返しいっぱい
修理班本所への対応を開始期間停止
That's just a little in action. Let me actually check my Discord. Talk about it? Yes. I see there's a video on there. I'll have to take a look at it later. Low DHE. This plane. And game over. That was a very quick match.
基地へ向かうぞ
Yeah, I think when Gaijin originally said, yeah, we just want to do coastal vessels because it's more in line with ground battles, you can see why. It is very, very quick action. Though I do think they did a good job of going with blue water, although I'm still not a fan of the naval split. I didn't even get the chance to get my Satsuki skins and my Mutsuki camos. What was I going to look at? I was going to look at something, not my Discord, I was going to look at something else. I'm just going to see what this video is about. I'll just mute it there before. Okay, why did it still play? There we go. Oh, gold, that's good. I'm gonna have to. I'll show that to you after this battle. I have to show that to you. Oh no! Are we back? Stream? Are we back? Please tell me we're back. Okay. We're still here. Please tell me we're still here. Okay, we're back. Did we go down for a second? Because I think my ooh.
小型艦前
Oh
方
no.
3000メートル
I think my internet is not liking something.
取り返しいっぱい
了解取り返しいっぱい進行方向に浅瀬
取り返し
Yeah, I'm seeing my
取り返し
it should have stabilized now, but something was going on. I think it didn't like me watching that video. Oh.
小型艦右舷1000メートル
Okay. Once we get out of battle, let's hope nothing bad happens.
面かじ
了解面かじ
I hope I didn't lose too many of you with that. In case I didn't get, because I didn't know when we started losing connection, but I just got linked a very cool looking video that I am going to try and show on stream. It's not like a YouTube video, so I'm oh boy, what is that? Where's my bridge? I don't have a bridge. No. No. So somebody in my chat was telling me, look at my in your carrier discussion chat on my Discord, right? Can you already imagine what video I just saw? in that chat. Oh, I can't describe it. I have to show it. But how am I going to show it without hope? You know what? I'll put gameplay in the background. I'm just gonna try and figure out to see it again, because that looked gorgeous. Oops, sorry for that. Is there a way? So, note to self, I cannot watch that video whilst I'm streaming. Or my internet just craps itself. Yeah, okay, I cannot... I'm sorry for that. I just want to make sure that that's what's happening. Oh, how am I going to share that video though? I think I literally just don't have the broadband enough to both watch that video and stream. So I'm sorry for that, but I'll probably... Yeah. I'll describe to you what I saw then. Basically, yeah, I'm going to look into downloading it, but I can't do it whilst I'm streaming because my internet won't allow it, my internet usage. But what I'm going to describe to you what I saw. Somebody made a user mission with the carrier and an entire AI air group on it launching from the carrier. And it's a varied AI air group. I'm going to do my best, because I'm planning on streaming tomorrow as well. I'm going to do my best to download that video and show it tomorrow. And if I can't do that, I'll make a YouTube post and link the video. Because that looked amazing for the first few seconds I saw of it before my internet shut itself. But yeah, that's if that is even more so, I'm gonna try and find the custom mission for it. So for the people that aren't in my Discord yet, if you want to try and find that video for yourself, it's in the aircraft discussion channel on my Discord, if you ever needed a reason to join my Discord. Ooh, but that has me... I didn't see the entire video either, I only saw a glimpse of the group. Because of course my internet started not liking it.
Another zone captured, we have the advantage.
I want to watch it now, but I can't. Ah. Ah. That was a very big bomb. Ouch. But I think I should have taken him with me. I didn't get any damage though, which is annoying. Oh well, let's see if I can torpedo bomb something. Yes, I did get him. Okay, good. I'm so distracted now because of the stream. Because of my internet doing stuff and seeing that video, I'm so distracted. Do we see any big ships to torpedo? That's my wreck. That looks reasonably big. So does that on B. I think we have a target right there. What is the drop speed of my torpedo? 556. Right here. Actually, the target on B is also looking very attractive. What is that thing below me? That's the M802. That's the thing I'm going to torpedo instead. Well, that thing has very dangerous anti-air armament. So let's try and line this approach up again. If he doesn't get bombed by SM-79 first. Which the SM-79 missed completely. Go. That is not an M82, that's a Candid. Torpedo away. Ah, I was too big of a lead. Too big of a lead. Thought it was going much faster than that. Oh well. Torpedo bombing coastal vessels isn't really fast move either, is it? Kind of small targets. Sure, if you don't mind going 3-3 still. QD. Also, I'm actually just gonna quickly. And okay. There we go. That sounds like a plan, QD. That does sound like a plan. We have been getting pretty good matchmaking. You see it, so yeah, right. I'm so distracted with the video. And I'm so annoyed at the same time that I can't find a way to show it on stream. Without just crashing the stream. But I'll do my best to at least download the video before tomorrow. And maybe even try and find the guy who made that custom mission and even try and play it myself. Like, genuinely. Because if that is... I haven't actually seen the full video, so I couldn't confirm if it was actually real or if it was edited. If that is the real deal, I need my hands on it. Yeah, most high-tier coastal ships are really suffering without ports. Yeah, cool, it's surprisingly fun. Surprisingly fun. Second score. I am actually tempted to go up in BR because it's getting late for me and I really want to start done on stream. Because else I'm just not gonna do it when I stop the stream. I'm gonna be too busy trying to find this aircraft carrier mission. Oh, very nice. Actually, who posted it? Mission's over. QD, you wanted to do 7-0, right? Because I might be down for 7-0, just to get some points in. Yep. Following by the QD. Oh, got a new battle pass reward. And yeah, battleship gameplay. However, what battleship am I actually going to play? Because I have a stock hood. And that's it. Or I play my Japanese, but I don't really want to. Do whatever think you like to play, QD. Like, I don't really want to play Japan, so I'm going to play Britain. I'm gonna upgrade the hood a bit. Now, do I have a lineup I can easily transfer to 7 Naval? Yeah, should Abdul. One can go. Let's play some hood. I actually haven't crewed the hood yet. The thing is, we're playing 7-0, so I don't want up to the North Dakota. Blue Water Fleet. I just want to put the highest BR possible. Oh, I actually spared Invincible already. I thought it didn't spade it yet. I'm gonna place Hood right there then. Oh my Kent. And I'll replace Invincible with a PT boat, maybe? Yes. And replace Norfolk with another plane. Sure. Okay, off we go. I mean, like I'm close to the stars. I'm definitely getting it this stream. I'd say it's like 3 more decent battles. Yeah, 3 more decent battles should do it. Although it is a stock hood. Actually, can I crew upgrade it? I can, I'll do it. I always do it for my naval crews. I always upgrade the crew. Because it's so important for damage control and reload rate to have a good working crew. Should I use a booster? Yeah, they're actually almost running out. Let's use them. And this will be my first match in HMS Hood as well. What I find very important for battleships especially, get the improved rangefinder. Especially if the rangefinders on your ship aren't like a high percentage, get improved rangefinders. Because it's so annoying, like getting your ranging correct, what you know it should be, but then just missing because your rangefinder range was wrong to begin with. Sure, no problem, QD. I have that sometimes as well when I want to play War Thunder, but I just don't know what I want to play War Thunder. Sometimes you just look for a squad and actually let's dump those torpedoes, thank you. So you just see if you can squad up with somebody and just play whatever they're playing. Okay.
Action stations, man your posts. Engines, flank speed.
So let's see what Hood is all about.
Port your helm.
Aye, steer port.
Doria, you don't see many of those. What does a Moffat do? That's a Moffat with a backup Helena, isn't it?
6,000 meters.
Action stations, enemy spotted. Target identified. Light cruiser.
Bearing
Do my secondaries, they don't have 8 anti-air shells by default, so it doesn't matter.
Port your helm.
Aye, steer port. Battle cruiser. Starboard. 12,000 meters.
Battle cruiser, you say?
Target identified. Battleship.
That's not a battle cruiser.
240, 13,000 meters.
Port your helm.
I'm gonna slow down for this 100 ton, let them through.
Engines, all back.
Because I want to turn left anyways. To maybe slap this cruiser around a bit. Just waiting. And that's fire. Yes, there are squadrons. Hold on, how can I showcase this? I have my own squadron here, for example. But it doesn't. Squadrons don't really do much in the game. What are they useful for? You can get specific vehicles with them. Squadron vehicles, but you only get them after a month, like several months of just being in a squad and playing the game kind of actively. What else can you get from squads? You can get a decent community with a squadron, depending on how active they are at community building. I'm actually going to unbind my secondaries, because with HE only they're useless anyways. But I think if you're looking for communities in War Thunder, Discord is probably better, because the communication you have in game for like communities is just kind of poor.
Light cruiser, ahead!
Helm, midship.
Helm midships, aye!
Ooh, he's closer.
Target identified.
A human Helena.
Cruiser.
You really are starting to see more and more of them. That or the zombies have become smarter. And that's in Alaska back there.
Starboard, all.
Hard starboard, aye!
Hit. Direct hit.
Another thing that might be fun about in-game squadrons, however,
Helm midships,
is somewhat infrequently you have World War modes, which is like a special kind of clan battle. There are also clan battles now that I think of it, but they're not organized in game. Like, well, of course, the battles themselves are in game, but for real organization for them, you just go through third-party software to talk to people to organize stuff.
Starboard, all.
hard starboard, aye!
Like, the only thing you can do about a squadron is you have this fancy little tag in front of your name. It's all that displays that you're part of a squadron. There's no, like, you can get a special decal, there's nothing special really about being in a squadron. Other than, of course, it being a
Dangerous shallows ahead.
community. Also, I have the turning circle of a mountain, don't I?
Cruiser, ahead! 7,000 meters!
Engines, all back.
At least I'm in the capture point.
Dangerous shallows ahead.
Helm, midships.
Helm midships, aye!
Hold on, why am I turning away when there's like a ship rushing towards us right there? Let's get these turrets back on target. Oh, did I run into some? Damn it.
Engines, all
I ran
stop.
into somebody. Nope, that's not the right one. It's E3. 3, there you go.
Engines, all stop.
So the fun thing is my rear guns do have a firing angle on that guy.
Light cruiser, ahead! 10,000 meters!
Engines, all stop.
They're a bit high.
Helm, hard aport.
And is he behind cover now? Kind of. Front guns are clear.
Hold below the water!
Ah, Alaska.
Damage control to repair parties. Pump out flooded compartment. Hell, midships. Target identified. Battle cruiser.
Bearing 300.
Let's start hitting him with the rear guns.
Engines all stop.
Shells on target. Near hit.
Somebody attack him! Attack
I think I knocked out some of his barrels, that's good. This is quite a ship sandwich, isn't it?
Shells on target.
I really am not understanding what this Doria is doing. So first he sailed behind me, right? Then turned hard right. Is now sailing backwards. I am very confused. If you have Discord and you're looking for communities, I recommend iNavy, although my server is a pretty decent one as well, and Boat is also a squadron of a friend of mine. There is definitely a community for Naval though, and several even. I'd say I'm part of like one big one. That's like me, Boat, and iNavy. Like, just yeah. There are communities for Naval that are just a bit harder to like. If you join a War Thunder server, a random one, right? It is very hard to find a Naval player in a random War Thunder server. But there are plenty of like Discord servers with Naval players in them. As you said, they're always a smaller part of the War Thunder community as a whole.
Thank you very much.
But Alaska needs one more good salvo to die.
Engine all stop.
But where do I shoot that salvo is the question. If I had HE, I would be shooting at a superstructure now. But SAP is just going to overpan, isn't it? Well, let's find out. SAP just overpans, yeah. I can see the shell just going straight through it. Oh, don't worry. It's not like I'm offended or anything. Believe me, all of us Naval guys, that Naval is definitely the smaller part of the War Thunder community. Oh yeah, that's another bug. Did my... This is a bug, for as far as we know, right? Ever since this update dropped. Naval vessels just have free FP. Like I don't have any modifications for it, stock, and I still have FP. It even seemed like it just put out the fire instantly. I'm gonna shoot the Helena because I genuinely don't know where to shoot the Alaska anymore. And that bugged FPE puts out the fire instantly? Oh, that's broken. So there's no reason for me to now get FPE because it immediately extinguishes a fire. Okay, that's something I have to keep in mind when I grind new ships. Not a lot of people. And some people just never... People also just don't get familiar with the mechanics, the aim... Like, look at the aiming system, look at this. And tell me how this is supposed to be intuitive. It's intuitive to me because I've played Naval for years now. But it's like, what am I looking at? I didn't put any backups on, but it didn't though. Probably should have. But yeah. When it comes to hood, I've noticed this on Glorious as well. 15-inch sub, you want the cruisers you're shooting at to be bow into you, because then you can punch through the entire length of the ship. Now your shell's just overpan. They'll still the fact that like Naval BR. The stream should be back now. No? Spoke too soon. So, the stream being fucky that time was not my doing, it was just my internet being unstable. So, woohoo.
Damage control to repair party. Compound flooded compartment.
Yeah, that's because my internet was... So, I'm currently, as any proper streamer really should, I'm looking at my I am... Resume what I was saying. I am literally watching what my upload speed is, and
Flooded compartments.
I really have to look into what my OBS is doing, because it's acting up a bit recently. But it's either my internet, which I don't think it is, or it's my streaming software. And I'm starting to get the feeling it's the second. I don't like that.
Heavy cruiser! Starboard! 5,000 meters!
Engines.
It should be stable again now, the stream. Should be. But yeah, I can see like what the quote-unquote upload speed is for my stream. So my streaming... How do you call it actually? Yeah, the speed in kilobytes per second. Kilobits per second actually. So usually it sits around like above 5,000 kilobits a second. That's when I know it's stable. And I just see it drop down to 0. I don't know. Like, the thing is, if it was my internet issue, if it was an internet issue, my game would be telling me, oh, you've lost connection to the server, but it hasn't. So it's definitely my streaming software that's doing something weird there. I might have to do some updates.
7,000 meters!
Also, what is my score this match? Very low. I may actually go down in BR again just to try and earn score.
Hard port, aye!
All hands, we have been critically
Also,
damaged.
the steering radius is so large. I want to get past her, but I just can't. Can't make a turn if I go forward now.
Take him down!
Engines. Flank speed.
All hands, we have been critically damaged.
Battleship! Ahead! 12,000 meters!
Helm.
Helmet ships, aye!
Gear hit!
Yeah, we are still live. I think. Yeah, the stream should be fine now. We're still connected actually. Yeah, should be fine.
All hands, we have been critically damaged. Gear hit!
Helm. Harder starboard.
Light cruiser! Starboard! 7,000 meters!
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Bearing. 7,000 meters.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
But Helena actually sinking me? That is a bit scarier though, that Alaska. It's fine. Helena, I'm sorry, but I just am a bus to turn at the moment.
4,000!
I think I'm going back to a lower BR just so I can get points more easily.
We have been critically damaged.
Because you can't get points if you don't fire, do you?
Shells on target.
I'm probably going to go back to 3.3 QD, so I can do my skin grind, the camo grinding at the same time as well. Skin grinding just sounds wrong.
Starboard your helm.
But it's like, it should only be like 1 or 2 more games at that BR, and then we move up to 4-0.
Damage control to repair parties. Pump out flooded compartments.
Light cruiser, ahead!
Buffering should be fine.
Dangerous
My connection says it's fine, my streaming connection.
Helm, hard aport.
hard port.
Yeah, it's really annoying because I can't see
Midships.
what my stream is actually like to other people. I'm really struggling to see how it's actually, you know, if it's buffering, if the quality is low, that kind of stuff. What it even sounds like. I still actually need to figure out how to set up so I can hear my own microphone.
Helm, hard aport.
I'm not opposed to getting rid of the zombies, so I don't have any complaints about that. Also, 3-3 is still like a rank 4, so that's fine for the... Ooh, that was a good hit on that Helena. But yeah, playing 3-3 is still rank 4, you have the coastals or the planes for it. Especially for Japan. Am I getting a kill? Am I getting a kill? No, because I only flooded his front compartment, not his rear one. But I think we can change that soon, can't we? Too far back, should be a bit more forward. Although if it causes flooding near the waterline there, I should be fine.
Port your helm.
Aye, steer port.
All hands, we have been
Come on,
critically
I want to
damaged.
finish this guy off.
Near hit.
An assist is fine. I can live with an assist.
Port all.
Hard port, aye.
But why are my guns repairing? I don't have parts.
Helm,
Oh,
midship.
what? Oh, what? What did I do?
3,000 meters.
What?
All hands.
Why am I getting report? Range. Oh, so did I leave? No. What did I do?
7,000 meters.
Genuinely, what did I do to get reported?
All hands.
Reported for what even? Killing a Helena? With a hood?
Damage control to firefighting crews. Control burning compartments. Starboard all.
Hard starboard, aye.
Enemy hit.
Helm, midship.
Near hit. Dangerous shallows ahead. All hands. We have been
Helm, hard starboard.
Helm port all, aye.
near hit. Near hit. Dangerous shallows ahead.
Helm, midships.
Helm midships, aye.
I love how it just isn't telling me what.
Enemy hit.
I'm so confused. So confused.
Hold, below the waterline.
Whoop. Have I now?
Port all.
Hard
Fix it
port,
all up.
aye. Light cruiser, starboard. 7,000
Helm, midships.
Helm midships, aye.
Oh look, the guy who said he reported me. Let's see if we can detonate him again. No, that's too far back, but that should cripple his engines. I think it should even be low enough to cause flooding.
Starboard all.
Hard starboard, aye.
Damage control to repair parties.
I'm going to focus Cleveland now, whether he likes it or not. I think the only thing that could seem cheaty is the fact that I extinguish fire immediately. That's a bug. I am just literally I'm pressing my fire extinguishing key, it extinguishes immediately. Not my problem. There goes more critical damage. And there he goes. This time I actually killed him. Also, I did see...
All hands, we have been critically damaged.
Aye, steer port. We've been home.
This guy, I don't understand what's going on. Is he surprised that 15-inch semi-armor piercing is just destroying a light cruiser? What is this? Yeah, that's what I saw.
Damage control to repair parties. Pump out flooded compartments.
All hands, we have been critically damaged.
Flooding in compartment detected.
All hands, engine is knocked out. Vessel is adrift.
And he's gone. He's gone. He literally...
Light cruiser. Starboard.
I'm curious now. I'm curious now. Hold on.
Repair stations.
I'm
We
very
are
curious
critically
now.
damaged.
Port your helm.
These are normal stats, but clearly I think somebody who very much premiumed his way to the top, which I mean isn't bad, but yeah, no, he's actually pretty good with his ships. Pretty good. I don't understand what's happening.
Damage control to firefighting crew. Control burning compartments.
My
4,000 meters. Repair station.
I am seeing that my stream keeps going up and down for buffering, right? And I'm afraid... Oh jeez. I'm afraid I might actually have to stop the stream after this battle if this keeps going on. Because I know it's not a pleasant viewing like experience to have a stream buffer. I'll probably end the stream after this match. And I think it's a good match to end the stream on. I'll just grind a star on my own then afterwards. Maybe actually still squad it with QD. So now that we still have some connection, and if you can hear me with the constant shell splashes, tomorrow, so again, tomorrow, 4th star, looking at that carrier video. That's tomorrow. But I am ending the stream after this battle.